Directionally challenged hiker here on this June 8th. It has been a few days since I hiked out of the Grand Canyon, and I guess I have some post-hike thoughts, maybe some advice for hiking in June and the summer heat. On Monday, May 31st, I hiked down with 3 other women. The weather forecast at that time was predicting mid-90s, maybe a day of upper 90s, as we were mostly staying on the Tonto plateau. I found out post-hike from my husband, and then I saw something pop up, what do you want to call it? One of those excessive heat warnings that was issued last Thursday. So yeah, the footage that is coming up is from Thursday at Horn Creek. Again, we were anticipating maybe some upper 90s, and it looks like now it was over 100 degrees. It was hot. We got up at 3 o'clock in the morning. We were trying for a 4 a.m. start. It ended up being 4:30. We were leaving from Monument Creek and heading to Horn Creek, 8.2 miles of the Tonto Plateau. The Tonto is known to be brutal when it comes to sun. There's not a whole lot of shade on the trail. I was pleasantly surprised. We had some pretty good shade pockets till sometime past Salt Creek. But when there was no more shade, that sun is brutal. It was hot. I feel like I was prepared for the heat, yet I don't think it was as enjoyable a hike as if it had been cooler. I mean, just that's my opinion. I'm not saying don't hike in the summer months, but you are going to be hot. But yeah, we moved along the trail. We pulled into camp. I think I say about 10:30 in the video. It may have been a little bit earlier. And we spent the day watching the sun as we sat in the shade and followed the shade. We were waiting for the sun to drop so that it would cool off just a little bit. Originally, we thought it was going to be in the low 60s at night. I think it was much warmer than that. I mean, I was waking up at night. I was sleeping on top of my little blanket for the most part, and I would wake up and my blanket was just drenched in sweat. So, I mean, yeah. I mean, it was still beautiful. It was amazing, but don't mess with the heat. Think about it if you're planning a summer hike, and try to be as prepared as you can be. Anyway, this is day 4 at Horn Creek. We were up at 3 a.m. this morning, trying to get ready to hike out and beat the heat of the day. We were on the trail at 4:30 a.m. It was still dark, but yeah, we've been lounging around Horn Creek since sometime just after 10:30, and this is our camp. Yeah, our camp we've mostly been lounging around since we got here, trying to follow the shade all morning and afternoon. So tents are not really set up yet. Air mattresses are inflated. Chairs are blowing around periodically when a gust of wind comes through, along with some dirt. And yeah, the water cache was still here, so we're pretty happy about that. Meant we didn't have to haul as much water today. But yeah, rat sack with some empty water bottles. Just, yeah, many of us are debating just sleeping out on the air mattresses in the dirt tonight, because it was so hot last night. The tents were insanely stuffy. It's, yeah, Grand Canyon hiking in June. This is what it is. So if you're up for this, yeah, come back in June. And it's not even, to our knowledge, it hasn't even broken 100. It's just been in the upper 90s and probably about upper 60s to low 70s at night. So yeah, quite sweaty in the tent. We have had some awesome water up until today, but as you can see, Horn Creek is completely dry. So there's not even any little puddles for us to chill out in. But yeah, awesome views. Only 2.5 miles tomorrow. So we'll be at Indian Garden where we get to turn on a spigot and get some water. And there's a little creek there that we are all gonna take advantage of. And I guess we're gonna enjoy watching the rangers tell the people that it's too late to go down to the river and back for the day. Yeah, and too hot, too hot. So yeah, this is Grand Canyon in June. This is what you do in the middle of the afternoon. You look for the shade and you sweat some more. So I don't know, if you're up for that, go for it. I don't know that I'll do a June one again. Yeah. I don't know that this crew is gonna come back for another June hike.
No. Call me in October.
Yeah, they're thinking maybe October, November, December. But anyway, yeah, that's it for today.